Yeah.
See the little red dot. Recording has started. At least Zoom talk to you.
We ain't got time for all that fancy shit. We just need to get the job done.
I can't wait, y'all.
11 minutes until showtime.
11 minutos.
What is 11 minutes? What's your time? You ready? You doing that to this dude at my job? He ate that shit. Calling him a man. I ain't no fucking Mexican, bro. Oh man, he's ready to fight. This should be hilarious. See him and my supervisor, Mr. You fuck me. That should be hilarious. Yeah. Sometimes the only reason why I want to go to work is to hear that shit.
Hold on 1 second.
10 minutes until showtime.
I had to postpone the commercial for the girls. We do shit next week. I wasn't really fully ready with the script, but then we couldn't make it, so that shit.
No.
I was like, I'm gonna rewrite that shit. I forgot who I was writing it for. This other dude wanted to do it. I was like, well, how deep is your voice? Because the Frankie Crocker shit ain't working. I need Barry White. You know what I'm saying? Like,
9 minutes until showtime.
can't come with that Casey Kasem. There we go.
Yo, who watching TV?
Oh shit. I forgot my mic is good. Can you still hear it?
Not now.
Nah, that shit was like right in.
8 minutes
Crowd
until
laughing and shit.
showtime.
Who
It's
started
funny.
the show?
Because I can still hear it. That's why I'm like, can y'all still hear it? Looking at my mic levels, it ain't moving, so it don't hear it, which is important.
I'm already trained. Rico will be calling me when I have the TV on. I
I was
turn it
like, is
off.
the TV on in the background? She's like, oh yeah. Click.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now I hear white noise. Like a humming sound.
7 minutes until showtime.
If you hear cars, I'm in Washington Heights, dude. I have no.
No, it's not cars. It's like
That's
a
the
buzzing
white
sound.
noise. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure that ain't me.
I have no idea.
See if you can turn your input gain down some.
My endpoint.
No, not you. Not you.
Nah, he's talking to me.
You.
That's a little bit better. It's not as loud.
Oh, great. Now these motherfuckers upstairs is yelling and shit. Hey, you gotta be back there. I was like, really? Is this Chan hour? That's new. Y'all don't shut the fuck up.
6 minutes until showtime.
Why you gotta be over my head with that shit? You got a whole apartment, nigga. Take your ass in the living room with all that shit. Loud ass Jamaicans.
Try being with Dominicans.
Oh, I already know. Shit, my ex was Dominican.
The party's on.
Even when they by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up in the middle of the night. Who the fuck is you yelling at? I'm on the phone. God damn.
Freak that. The person upstairs, they be dancing all night.
Oh, man.
All the bachata music going on.
We're like, motherfucker, it's 2 in the morning. What the fuck is you up there cleaning? Like, I can smell the damn mistolin and all that shit straight through the damn.
5 minutes until showtime.
3 in the morning, all you hear is bachata and you smell fabuloso.
I don't use none of them products.
Them shits is heavily soaked in chemicals. That shit had the whole crib smelling though. Whole crib. He was like, ooh, damn, smell good in here. The window
Kill every smell.
Yeah, you like open the window, god damn. Pepperoni soda.
4 minutes until showtime.
If only I Ovine paid for sponsorship, I'd show this bottle. Since they don't, this shit's staying on the floor. Like, what's he drinking? Nothing. It's water. Purple water? Yeah. Vitamin water.
Some will call that lean.
Oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that. I don't lean. And if I pop Molly, that's because the bitch had her hand in my pocket.
Three minutes until showtime.
Trey? Treyway? I couldn't help it. That shit's funny. He was like, oh, you know he got a documentary? I was like, no, I didn't. Thanks for telling me, though. I know what you gonna be watching tonight.
He said, I know what you gonna be watching. I actually watched that documentary for real. I gotta keep my ear to what's going on around me. I can't be oblivious to the shit.
Yeah, he is kind of close.
Too close for comfort.
I'm in Jersey. They real close, but I ain't paying them fools no mind. Hey, listen, I know y'all got some real ones, but these entertainers that y'all be fucking with, I can't do it. Well, he's a gang. No, he's not a gangster. He's an entertainer.
2
Stop
minutes until showtime.
Who he entertains is beyond me, but he is an entertainer. I've seen real gangsters. I ain't seen them on camera yet. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, why I got that damn song in my head? Won't leave me alone.
I'm ready for that motherfucking Tyson fight tonight. That's what I'm ready for.
You know what? I want to see it, but I can't get excited for a no knockdown rule. Like, what if he stiff him by accident? You gonna disqualify him?
It don't even matter. That's what everybody wants to see.
1 minute until showtime.
So how you gonna have a no knockdown? It's like, all right, we're gonna put Mike in the ring with Roy. First thing you like, he gonna knock Roy the fuck out. Nope, he can't. No knockouts. So, wait, what? You expect Mike to pull punches? Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
I think the idea was just to get him in the ring, so they committed to that much.
Did you see how Mike was training?
Oh, I seen a nigga carving a head of fucking Roy Jones, eating the ear off of it and feeding his kids the rest of it. I'm like, he's an animal. What an animal.
Damn that. I was watching him train. His trainer was Winston and he had that big shit on. I was like, that just don't look like somebody that's not looking to knock somebody the fuck out.
Right.
Does he know it's a no knockdown rule?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
See, what you don't understand
Is this not why you were here?
is more than just a radio show. It's a way of life. Our life.
This is Miss Knowledge or Lena.
Send the infantry. My lord, you lead them. It ain't over till it's over. Tell my niggas that it's on, that it's on, that it's on. They ain't bringing enough soldiers. And we about to clear the zone, clear the zone, clear the zone. It ain't over till it's over. Tell my niggas that it's on, that it's on, that it's on. They ain't bringing enough soldiers. And we about to bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Just bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Just bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Just bring it.
Welcome back. It's Saturday, November 28th, and this is Season 2, Episode 4 of Allies of the Throne Radio, hosted by yours truly, Rest 100, if you didn't already know, Karnage, Cashman, and amazing Miss Lena. And welcome to our podcast where we talk about real-life issues, mental illness, things of that nature. This episode is actually called Womanizers. We're going to go deep into that meaning, some experiences of seeing them, being around them, etc., etc. And we have a special guest today at the top of the hour named Sista Felicia. And be sure to stay tuned for that interview because she has quite the story to tell. And also special thanks to our sponsors, Rest100.com and Wave Runners Publishing, LLC, because without them, we wouldn't have a platform to be able to speak our mind. How's my cast? How's my cast doing after this holiday? I'm still sedated. I'm still sedated.
Yeah, my aunt just brought me a big ass plate to eat this afternoon.
Jesus. Leftovers.
Leftovers.
You know, family and friend feast day is always fun. Got all kind of plates, all kind of food coming. I got a fridge full of all kinds of stuff that ain't even festive to whatever set holiday. It's just crazy food there right now.
Right.
As soon as the
Right.
show's over, I'm gonna go act up.
I think if I see another plate of macaroni and cheese, I'm gonna explode. Like just on the spot, just noodles everywhere. Poof.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
Got four canisters, four containers at least this big, right in the
Yeah.
fridge. It's a
I
beautiful
made
life.
I made three. I cooked for Thanksgiving. I gave my wife a break, but I made three huge pans of macaroni and cheese. I sent one of them to my parent-in-law's house, and then half a pan across the street to my neighbors. There's some elderly folks that live over there that I tend to keep a watchful eye on and make sure they good and whatnot. And then me and my kids, my wife over here been devouring the other one, but I don't think I can do it anymore. It's rough.
I just can't go.
Mhm. I mean, it's good as hell. It's one of my favorite dishes, but Jesus, I can't do it no more. It's
Yeah.
tough. Any special dishes y'all tend to look forward to this time of year?
Anything with the turkey in it.
She said gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Personally, I'm more partial to the sides, like
And I love
good
the
stuffing.
mashed potatoes.
Yeah, mashed potatoes, stuffing, candy yams.
Oh yeah. They gotta
Hell,
be
even
smothered in
cranberry sauce.
marshmallows. Yeah, but it's the jellied one. I can't do the one with the little pieces of cranberry in it. That should not be. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. I don't know what that is. I don't want chew on my cranberry sauce. All right. I want it to be like Jello. Tastes like cranberries. Delicious.
Right.
But it's best when it's like, refrigerated cold and then you put it on top of some hot food. That shit fire.
Yeah.
But we had a pretty good feast. You know what I mean? Like, not that we necessarily celebrated for the same reasons that everybody else celebrated for, but it is a time for us to step back and be thankful and grateful for the things that we do have, while there are people out there suffering and who don't have. You know what I'm saying? And it's it,
Exactly.
it, it's getting harder and harder, with the pandemic and everything else going on, to really be appreciative of what you have in front of you, because so many people are so caught up in what they don't have, you know?
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me if I cook on that day. I don't.
Hmm.
I I'm very dedicated to the native traditions since I've worked with them, danced with them, been around them. So I totally mourn that day
Oh, so
for
they
them.
ain't out there with the pilgrims feasting at all, huh?
Nah, no, and they will tell you to.
Uh-huh.
That's not what we do. Okay,
Right.
so we have to honor their their time. So that's why I don't do it. So it's kind of tough for my family to understand
Hmm.
because they don't really like we have Taino traditions, but they don't follow those traditions and I do. So it's
Right.
like for them it's like why are you doing something different than me? you
Hmm.
know? So it's like they don't understand that there's more to it. I'm more on the spiritual side.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I honor them.
Def- Oh, we got cat burglars now? That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
This episode, we will be seeing Whiskers again, creeping into the studio. He will be making his guest appearance shortly.
He believes he's part of the cast now.
Hey, he is. We down the host. Fuck it. Just throw him on. Let him do a Meow Mix commercial or something.
Yeah,
We
right.
got this. We got
Unbelievable.
this. But
Yeah, my cat is expert in B&E. Just put it out there. So,
be creeping in on you real quick. So, like I said, this episode we are discussing womenizers. Um, I did happen to. I know we all have kind of like an idea of what it is to be a womanizer, but by definition, according to Google, A womanizer is a man who habitually flirts with and seduces or attempts to seduce women, which it's a big thing because I feel like I wouldn't say that females are weak-minded or weak creatures, but
Mm-hmm.
they can be emotionally drawn to do things that they normally wouldn't be doing because of a persuasive man or because of a man who is visually appealing to them. And it sucks because, as a father, I raised three sons. So I have to be conscious of this, that they shouldn't really be all gloating about how they look. They should also be respectful and mindful of how they treat women, how women are treated, et cetera, because one day you're going to have a woman who is giving birth to your child, and then that child is going to have to repeat the cycle. And as the man,
Mm-hmm.
ideally, we are looked at as the providers and protectors of our families. Although there are women who provide for their families, ideally, a lot of men take great pride in providing for their families or helping to provide for their families as well as protecting their families. I don't care what kind of female you are, if you're lesbian, if you're a stud or whatever you want to call it. As soon as Debo come through the door and looking to take something out your house, and welcome Whiskers. Whiskers has returned. but uh,
Those
but
dudes serious shit.
as soon as Debo comes through the door and looking to do physical harm or looking to burglarize your home, you know, fight or flight kicks in, and not
Mm-hmm.
not many women are gonna have the fight instinct in them to deal with somebody like that, especially an intimidating figure who 9 out of 10 could be a convict, 9 out of 10 could be a career criminal. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're panicking to look for a knife, this, that, and the third. I mean, just being a protector of my own home, I find it hard to get a good night's sleep because I'm always mindful of the sounds or whatever's going on. Now, keep in mind, I live in a good neighborhood, but I'm from the hood, so it wasn't really like
Right?
something that you're gonna forget about.
Nah,
Like you're gonna you're gonna
that's
face
what
these
we do.
challenges,
So,
right? You're gonna face these challenges on a regular, and it's important, like I said, as a father raising three sons, that you instill this knowledge into them because if you don't, they're going to feel like it's okay to talk down on a woman, to, express themselves in any kind of negative fashion, whether it be publicly, whether it be in front of their kids, what have you. And it's challenging because, I've taken a lot of my disputes or conversations that I would normally have with my wife, and I try to take them behind closed doors. That way, my children aren't really exposed to that because they don't really understand what's going on. Although me and my wife have a mutual understanding of what's going on, as a child, you may interpret that different, and you
mm-hmm.
may
Mm-hmm.
differently. Do you have any experiences that you feel like you have to install that with your son, Carnage?
Well, you know how I came up with it. Me and my son's mother, we wasn't together, so there was definitely a lot of back and forth going on, a lot of sliding off to the side. Just to keep my son basically away from that, for the simple fact that you never want your child to lose respect for either
Hmm.
partner.
Right.
And it's definitely important for you not to try to talk down around your child about your significant other or your ex, because I mean, as much as we would like to think that we raise our kids to do what we tell them, they're led by example,
Hmm.
and we're the prime example.
Right.
So we got to kind of lead by what we say rather than just telling them one thing and doing another. So that's kind of why we slide off to the side when we have to have disagreements. Whatever, we on the phone, you gotta leave the room.
Hmm.
I mean, that was one thing that I noticed kind of disappeared in the structure as we got older.
Hmm.
Cats find it more, like, I guess they find it more comfortable just to flare off with their kids right there. Women talking reckless on the phone with their girlfriends about young man or the young lady's father and whatnot, while they right there in front of them.
Right.
I mean, this is the world we live in now.
I think also, what kind of brings that to light is uh, we don't realize the traumatic experiences that our children are going through at a young age and how impressionable they are when experiencing that kind of violence or that kind of aggression towards a female. Like and it's kind of weird because in an odd way, me personally experiencing that has increased the respect level that I have for females, because I never really witnessed a scenario where my mother was deserving of the abuse or deserving of the verbal attacks that she got. I just seen anger, from my dad, and then boom, she was getting beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I guess I felt like even at that young age, I had to protect her. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't rely on my dad to protect her. I couldn't count on my dad to protect her because he didn't even want to protect us. And then on top of that, he was pretty much a rolling stone. Like this nigga had baby mamas across the country. We still finding different baby mamas to this day with younger siblings and this, that, and the third. So it's difficult because, he was I feel like he was a person who wanted life to be a certain way. And if you didn't fit that criteria or you didn't follow that path that he was setting forth, you were either beat the fuck up or he just left.
Mm-hmm.
So it's conflicting because, I've found myself in uh, situations where I know that I had to pretty much do what was right, even though I was being antagonized or I was being pushed in a direction that didn't really fit my character. I had to separate myself from the situation. And a number one rule for me is definitely not putting my hands on a female because I don't believe in that. Now, if she puts her hands on you, restraining her, you know what I mean, pushing her back to where she can't harm you, that's understandable. But to just flat out lash out and hit a chick in the face or, you know what I mean, choke her up or something like that, like, I don't, it's disgusting to me. I don't find any honor in that. I don't see any rhyme or reason to have to go to that extent to get your point across because like I said, females are very emotional creatures, and words alone can be damaging to them if they don't feel adequate enough or if they don't feel as if they're not placed on a higher pedestal than another female you may be showing interest to, you know. And it's amazing because when a female is being shown that kind of attention and she is being treated how she should be, they on top of the world. They're willing to, roll the red carpet out for you. They're willing to die for you pretty much. They commit their lives to you. So it's easy to see how fear can induce that loyalty as well as being honorable and loyal can induce that same loyalty too. But the odd conception that you have to always be mindful of is that, you know, any any battered creature is liable to attack when they feel like they backed into a corner.
Yep.
Indeed.
You know,
and
and
and me as a female, there are women out there that will fight you. It's the
yeah.
other side to that.
Oh, they'll fight you.
Not.
They'll burn you. They'll throw hot food on you.
Hmm.
It comes a point
Stab
where,
you.
yeah, it comes a point where when they become broken enough to do the extremes.
And then there's the ones that don't have the power to leave. It took me 17 years to leave because the way he abused was by words, verbally,
Hmm.
so he went mental for me to
Hmm.
be, so I felt trapped. I felt like I had nobody, you
Now, when
know.
you say he verbally abused you, did he like down you? He like
Hmm. And recorded it too.
really?
Hmm.
Mm.
He would deny it to this day, but yep.
Yeah, that's usually how it works. These clowns, they really be on
He
some.
removed me from my friends and family
Yeah,
Hmm.
so they couldn't get around me. So
yeah,
all I had was his voice.
yeah.
Right.
So he could sit there and tell you how worthless you was without him. You
Hmm.
ugly. You ain't shit.
I would
You
never
ain't
get
this.
anybody better than him.
Nope. You'll never
I
find
had that.
nobody better. Your life ain't never gonna get no better. Now let me borrow your car, sucker.
I need a ride.
Hmm.
Now, did it come a point in time where you felt like you were convinced of that?
I was terribly convinced he was the only one,
Hmm.
you know. And but the problem was for him is my sister was very much involved,
Hmm.
and she removed me from that situation. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. That's
Hmm.
pretty much it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw it coming, but she knew she couldn't intervene until I was ready.
Right.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. You can't just tell people get out,
Mm-mm.
get out, be out of an abusive relationship. It's not
Mm-mm.
gonna happen.
They
They're
will
Right.
gonna
fight you.
run. They're gonna fight you. Think that you're the wrong. You're wrong to even mention it
Hmm.
because in their head, it's love.
Yeah.
It's
And that
love. That person loves me. He still keeps coming back
right.
to
And
me. Why
that's one
wouldn't?
of the biggest drugs right now is love.
Mhm.
It's more powerful than crack and heroin. You know, when a
Mhm.
It
person
is.
claim that they love you and you feel so abandoned, you're gonna always run back to that person because it's something there that you're not receiving on a regular basis, whether it
Mhm.
be daddy issues, mommy issues, what have you. And that's where we get into people who are womanizers.
Right.
They prey on these people who have
Right.
low self-esteem. They prey on these people who don't have somebody constantly reinforcing the
And they look
positives
for
in their
these people.
life.
And see, with me, I have both parents. They've been together for so many years, but I saw the abuse. I grew up with the abuse. So for me, it was normal. If my mom
Hmm.
stayed, I gotta stay.
Mm-hmm.
It was that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just up and leave your partner. You go through it.
Right.
And that's the mental that my mom went through. Even though she had thrown my dad several times throughout the years, she
Hmm.
would take him right back in, you
Right.
know? And it wasn't until towards the end of his life that he realized the only one that's been in his corner is her,
Hmm.
not the other ones,
Right.
So it was really hard to watch. And then I see it within my family, I see it in different stages. you know I
Hmm.
see the cheating, the
Mm-hmm.
multiple kids, all that stuff I grew up with. So for us it was normal. It's normal to just stay and watch and not do anything. That's where the secrets come in.
Hmm.
See, with me, I took it upon myself. Okay, I got out, I got divorced. My mom was jealous that I was the one that did it. Nobody else did it in the family. I
Right.
got up and I left that relationship, and I'm working on myself now. It's like, forget the love, the man, the whatever. I'm doing everything independently now. So for them, it's like, how did you do it? And we couldn't, So it is that jealousy within the family as well,
Hmm.
So it's intense. It's an intense thing for women to go through. A lot of men don't understand that. either. They're like, why are you here? Just get out.
Mm-mm.
Are you gonna be there
Um,
to take me out? No.
Right.
a lot of
I
men will
gotta.
tell you that, but they ain't being real. Cause
No.
I know quite a few dudes that have been through some seriously abusive situations to the point where you look at them like, bro, you ain't got no kids with this woman.
Mhm.
Why are you there?
Mm.
And they're just looking at you. I can't, yo, I love her, yo. Like,
Mhm.
you ready to blow your own head off just listening to him. Like, you serious, bro? Like, are you hearing yourself? And then
It's a
she's
com-
blowing up the phone. He don't want to answer in front of you because
it's a
he's
comfort
embarrassed.
zone. It's a comfort zone, honestly, because
It
some of these
is.
guys don't have that much ambition to walk away from something like that because they've had everything set for them. So
Mhm.
instead of going out and get it them for themselves and, potentially having to go back and live at mom's house for a couple months,
Yeah, those are the worst ones.
yeah, I
See, I
mean, like,
talked myself out too. I didn't want to come back to mom and dad at
mhm,
all. I didn't want to be in this house. It was like, I'm gonna stick through this. I don't care how long it's gonna take. I'll see how I'm gonna get out.
See, me,
But
right,
I'm a different
and
breed. I can't front. Like, when I was going through it, everybody was like, well, why don't you move back? What, you gonna move in with your moms? I was like, shit, no. Shit, I live in my car. I'm getting the hell out of there. I ain't
right,
staying there. But
right.
I ain't going back nowhere. Like,
mhm.
I'm grown. I need my space.
Mm.
And then once it gets to that point where you can't be with who you with, you gonna go back to your mom's after you've been by yourself or with somebody all this time? No, 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 no.
It's hard.
You gotta stay.
You've been
You was a
independent for
man
so
then, you a
long.
man now. You gotta
Mhm.
man up.
Right.
That's what I tell cats. Be like, yo, don't stay in that. Don't stay in that. It's not
And you
worth it.
see, I'm the eldest between me and my sister. So
Mm,
my dad has kids from other women, but they're not around.
Hmm.
I'm the one that was here. I'm the one who has to deal. I had to be the dude and the girl, you
Hmm.
know. And the way he ran this place, it was like major
Right.
militant, you
mm-hmm.
know,
Right.
be afraid of me. And when he realized we were fighting back, oh no. It was a whole different situation
That was a
after
problem
that.
for
Hmm.
sure. Well, we're gonna take a little break here, play some music for the listeners or whatever. Again, thanks for tuning in to Hours of the Throne Radio, Season 2, Episode 4. Make sure you stick around for the top of the hour for our special guest, Sister Felicia. This is Allies of the Throne. Yeah,
Act like you sleep if you want.
yo, the whole time that nigga was out there stretching his arm, trying to rub your back and shit. He like, come on, you need a massage, bro. Your energy's off right now. What's this topic we talking about right now?
I was waiting for him to snag my shirt. I'm gonna elbow the shit out of him. Like, nigga.
Just I don't know to the
I
back.
told you he's part of the cast now.
Hmm.
Unfucking believable, this cat.
It's part of the cast.
Low down. Dirty low down.
Make sure y'all getting y'all social media promotion in, letting them know we live. Post up the info, yada yada yada. This is the time that we get our viewers.
Mhm. Some fool named Willy Wonka liked my post. Like, yeah, you got the golden ticket? No? Get the hell off my page. I said it. He closed my door. Was a little rocky? Yeah. You always need to fuck up. Just give you an option.
Looks like Ryan's bringing back Vampire Moose. That's interesting.
I never knew he put it down. That's all I see him talking about. If he talking about anything musical,
Yeah.
that Vampire Moose shit. Oh, I gotta get us on a tour. I was like, why would I want to go on a metal tour?
He said, "Why would I want to go on a metal tour?" Yeah, it's tough.
I mean,
Let
okay.
me check this song.
Winning, no army can stop this. 8-4 corner pocket. Moon crickets, clansmen, got this locks in. Birth, 8-4 corner pocket. GGO winning, no army can stop this. 8-4 corner pocket.
All right. Today. Goddamn cat. That's nice. I got a way to get your ass right out the shot. Real slow too, just like when you jumped up there. Like, just turn the chair real slow. And the cat disappears. I mean, he like, you motherfucker. And you can't move because it ain't that comfy up there. And don't you got your own chair? Why don't you go get me your own chair, man? Fucking up my ass brush.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but we're not going to talk about the money at all. She was prepared for that.
Yeah, let's just keep it GT. Let's not even ask how much she got bit for or nothing. We don't need to. I mean, we know, but we don't need to let everybody.
The world don't need to know.
Right. We not giving that nigga no credit like that. Just know we putting you on blast for being a Negro.
Hmm
Low down, dirty, stinking, broke.
I'm following you guys because I don't know.
It goes right on to the topic that we talking about right now. Trust me, she was using abuse. I mean, she's going to be taking the lead for the most part and discussing it, but
Yeah, we're gonna let her run.
No problem.
I'm gonna be disgusted all over again.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I'm gonna end up wanting to throw this motherfucker through a window like I still owe justice. I said it. And we're recording.
It's an end. We're recording. Hey, look, man, I'm not sitting here editing shit. This is how you gonna see it. This is how you gonna get it.
Get it. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, offer still stands.
All I remember is when that whole shit went down, that nigga got on everybody's phone he could, trying to call please.
Yeah, I had everybody and their mother calling me. I don't give a fuck. I'm grown. I'm just
We're
saying.
going back. And we're back. Season 2, Episode 4, Allies of the Throne Radio. We are discussing womanizers. Here, Rest 100, if you didn't already know, with Karnage, Cashman, and Miss Lena. And we are getting back into our discussion here today before our special guest comes at the top of the hour. So, right back from where we left off, Lena, you was talking about how that had affected you and how, you started believing it. It kind of plays into how dangerous a charismatic person can be because they can convince you of what otherwise would be a false information, but because that's the only life that you know now, and they've cut you off from your support system, you are basically captivated by this and left with no other options.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when did it at any point did you ever feel like it could have gotten physical?
Oh, it did.
Hmm
My family saw it. My coworkers saw it.
Mm.
Hmm I will go to work with bruises and stuff like that. So it did.
Mhm.
Now, what were some of the reasons that you felt like some of these physical altercations happened? Was it uh, situations where he was kind of jealous or something, or
At first, I didn't think so. I didn't get that until later when I started like exercise because I was big when I was with him. I
hmm
was already like 200 pounds,
hmm
and
Oh,
then I went into exercising and stuff, and he will get mad. Why are you exercising? For who you exercising? And
mm,
I was doing it for myself. I wasn't doing it for nobody but me,
right,
you know? And I was like, I'm not even looking at anyone else. What are you talking about? So it
right,
was stuff like that. Or he would follow me to the bathrooms. Like we will be in public, he will follow me to the bathroom,
mm,
follow me around, and it's like, what is going on? I didn't understand,
hmm
because I didn't come from that. Yes, I would see the abuse, but the abusers that were around us wouldn't do stuff the way he did. So it was different. So, and then on top of that, he was very educated.
hmm
So it would look like I was the one doing the wrong. you
right,
know.
because he would be able to flip it around like, this is
Mhm.
why I got to do this because she's doing that.
most womanizers usually seem to have some kind of educational background. Usually used
Yeah.
for manipulation. That's usually what the physical abuse for is the reaffirmation of why you should be afraid.
Mhm.
Usually, and if they don't do that, then you got the ones that snap. They'll grab you by the back of your neck and be like, "Look, I'll kill you and everybody in this bitch. Don't fuck with me." Like,
And
hmm
then after that relationship, I got into another relationship like soon after, because that one love bombed me.
mm
That was like love bomb after love bomb. Wouldn't show up, wouldn't be around so much. That's why a lot of people didn't know that he even existed.
hmm
But he was around,
right,
and I would go to his family's house. They would know me, but he only to certain amount of people he would show me off.
hmm
Not to everyone, because he had other girls behind that.
mm yeah,
you know? And it wasn't until the end that I started seeing what the hell I got myself into. So it was, he wouldn't do anything physically,
hmm
but it was abusive as well. And then he ghosted, like totally, poof, he was gone.
mm
you
mhm,
know and I was like, oh, thank God, at least I'm not stuck with him during quarantine.
right,
Because
right,
he would have been on my couch the
mm,
whole time.
man.
that's terrible.
So I'm kind of, it was a blessing in disguise that he
hmm
just upped and left. And I said, you know what, let me just avoid all this love crap and start thinking about me.
hmm And I think that's where a lot of us get lost is that we're trying to find somebody else to complement ourselves instead of focusing on ourselves to make us the better us,
Mhm.
you know? And then, like I said, these people, the the womenizers, are predators,
Mhm.
and they know how to make themselves look good. They know how to give off a good appearances. They know how to emit the signals that a lot of these women are looking for. And once they give you a few different let's call it bait. They give you a few different pieces of bait and they see how you
Mhm.
Mhm.
respond to that. They see how emotionally drawn they can get you and they see how uh, uh, attentive you are to concerning about quote unquote problems.
And both of them, I lost money. That was an automatic thing. It happens to a lot of people like us that are empathic. We give so
hmm
much. They end up in our bank, in our pocket.
And,
Mhm.
and you'd be
Narcissists.
surprised how quickly they end up there too.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And it's
So,
funny because they almost make it seem like you put them there.
mhm.
Mhm.
And it
Because
and it isn't like that at all. They come up with a story that they are held up, they can't do, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll help you. Here.
Mhm.
oh no,
I
Oh,
no, no,
yeah.
I can't
can't
take it.
do it. I
You,
can't take it. And then they
hmm
go and grab onto it,
Oh, instantly.
so.
I
Instantly.
can't take it. I can't do it. Turns into you got about 200.
Mhm.
I'll get you back on payday, and then payday don't
Mm-hmm.
never come. They got
Come.
another excuse. They telling you about how they struggling to feed their kids. Their kids over there eating well,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
or they not even taking care of their kids,
Mm-hmm.
or they might not even have kids.
Kids
But
Mm.
don't even know.
that, that's why I feel like social media, these dating apps, things of that nature, it
Mm.
has brought out a whole
Dangerous.
another level of these kind of people.
The worst ones are the ones that dangle the kid. Oh, look, I'm a single father.
Oh man, you don't know
And you're
how we
like,
want to choke some of
oh.
these dudes, man. Like
And
Right.
taking
meanwhile,
picture of their
he
brother's
don't
kids.
he don't take care of them, and he got you all involved.
Hmm.
So
Claiming
it's
that
Oh,
my
sad.
baby mama
my baby
died, or
mama crazy.
yeah. And literally, the only
You
time he
crazy.
ever around a kid is to take those selfies just to post up on social media.
You already
Hmm.
know. Dating services, like pathetic.
It's a
Highly.
tool. It's a tool for them, you
Yeah.
know. And it's a full time job because here you are associating yourself or giving multiple stories to different females, and you got to keep up with the lie.
Yeah, that's a full time job.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
I mean, when you're a scumbag, it's kind of easy to,
It's easy to do.
yeah.
Oh,
It's you're
Yeah.
emotionless. You know what I
you
mean?
know.
There's no pride in it. There's no despair. There's no anguish. There's no hurt. There's none of that.
Hmm.
It's only
You
it's only
Just
I
you and
even
spinning.
found gifts that didn't even belong to me. Okay. I'm living with you. I'm the one there with you. And those gifts weren't for me.
Damn.
I
mm,
Hey,
I
that
snoop. So I
mhm.
know. If I
you
don't
got a
get that
reason.
gift, it's because you didn't give it to me.
Mm,
So
wasn't
I was
about
like,
you.
I would just be like, okay, that's
Right,
fine.
right. Now,
I can
what
hold my own.
at what point did you get sort of like the fire in you to kind of like screen a lot of these guys and not really feel like you needed them anymore? Like, what was the tipping point for you?
Hmm.
The tipping point for me is, when I start to see a lot of neediness,
Hmm.
I start to back off. I
Mm.
Hmm.
automatically like, no. It starts
I'm
to
not your
feel
mom.
like I'm allergic.
He said, I'm getting hives and shit. I'm
and
starting to itch.
and then on top of that, since I'm 50, I get a lot of younger guys coming
Mm.
at me. So I'm no cougar. Forget that.
Get the fuck
my
out of here.
my social security is on lockdown.
Like I ain't raising no youngin.
You're
I
on
ain't
your
buying no
own.
PlayStation.
Right,
That
right,
PS5 ain't for you.
right, right.
Ain't gonna be no PS5 in the zip of that loud waiting on you at all.
And
You
that,
see me backing off real
that
fast.
that's the
Or
funny.
they or if they come in hard,
Mhm.
because there's some of those that come in, but I
Right,
see us together. I
right,
see a future and I see the house. And I'm like, do
uh-huh.
you have that house now? Do you
Right.
have that credit? Let me see your
All right,
credit first.
let me see that.
You check your good, your karma.
Let me see if you can play how you talk. Don't sound like it. Sound real good. That's why I'm worried. Like, nah.
Exactly. Nah.
Now, a lot of people called this game back in the day, but now, it's one thing to have and then to be able to have game to woo a woman. It's
Right,
another thing to have game and not have a pot to piss in or a window to
right.
throw it out. You know
Like
what I
that's
mean?
why we had to set the difference. Like if it was one thing for, back in the day when you was smooth dabbing there, you had a little game, you had to spit a little game.
Hmm.
What they
Mhm.
doing now, that's straight G. You straight G'ing people. Oh, I got the house. I got the car. That's your mama's
Mhm.
car.
Right.
That's your mama's house.
They
You
ain't
living
even
in the and you in the attic. You
Freak
ain't even
that.
in the basement.
I know
Hey,
some that they grab the side chick's car and bring it
oh
along
yeah.
and say, "Yeah, look at the car I'm driving now."
Hmm.
And I'm
wow.
like, "Yeah."
Hmm.
Straight. I seen brothers do that.
let me see the papers.
Right. Show me
Is
the
your
card
name
note.
on it?
Right.
Is your
I
name
mean, they
on
come
it?
up on you and you like, yo, what car is this?
Right. Right.
I didn't even see it in in your IG. How did you
At
get
all.
this car?
Hmm.
Like,
Some of
yo,
them are
you
just snatching pictures off of Google, like, "Oh, this is a
yeah.
nice house. Let me put it over here.
You're
New
just
house,
taking pictures and
housewarming party,
stuff.
2022."
IGing it up, taking. I was like, bro, you might want to take the baby seat out the back. I'm just saying.
Right.
Got the baby seat in the back.
Hmm.
What's that for? You like, oh, I said, yeah, I already know it ain't your car.
Fuzzy dice hanging from the mirror and shit.
You know what
Hold
I'm
on,
saying? Like,
that's a woman's trait right
I
there.
was
What you
like,
got that in your car for?
got a compact right on the dash. Like, hey, bro, that
Hmm.
ain't yours. Good look, good look, good look. Yeah, you should have looked the car over first. You don't borrow people's shit and act like it's yours.
And what's crazy is that like they'll easily talk you out of things that you didn't even think you had. They'll help
Yeah.
figure out what you have. Like, oh yeah, let's check to see if you can get a loan. Oh, let's get this house together and let's move together. And then I need the down payment. And then there you are with $10,000 that you borrowed from somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and with the intention of having a family and a house. And
He's starting something.
hmm
Mhm.
most people take a good 10 to 20 years to collect some of that money with some of the incomes that they earn in today, let
Mm-hmm.
alone having a kid that they taking care of at the same time.
Still take a loan out just to cover it all.
Hmm.
Exactly.
It's hard, but like I said, if you are not hip to the signs, if you're not guarded enough to be aware of these signs, then you become a victim.
And then,
And that's
The
why a
pro
lot.
the problem is that they believe in those romantic movies. Like
hmm
life is
yeah,
supposed to
everybody want
be
that fairy tale life, and it's
Hmm.
this life, and it's not.
that
You
dream life
gotta
is a real nightmare.
you guys gotta work it out, talk it out,
Yeah,
fight it out.
that's what you
It's
make it.
work.
You gotta
Right.
It's
gotta make
work.
it that fairy tale life if that's what you want. And
Hmm.
even that, you got to
Exactly.
understand it's not going to be 100 because you might
And
have that dream that might not be your partner's outlook.
Right.
So
mhm.
somewhere in between, y'all got to meet in the middle.
And
So
I
you.
started seeing that we were going what I was into, he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't into. We started
Mhm.
like moving apart
Mm-hmm.
that way as well. So it became resentment, you
Right.
know? So it was a lot of stuff going on. I
Now,
can't even pinpoint like one thing. It's several things.
now you mentioned that like the neediness is a red flag. What other red flags would you say to be aware of?
Let me see your phone.
If he's scared to show you the phone.
I've gotten the no, I gotten it done to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask no guy to see his phone. If you're gonna cheat, you're gonna cheat.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of person I am. I'm not even gonna ask because it'll come to me
Right.
eventually.
hmm
So I don't have that. I don't have to investigate you to
Mm-hmm.
It's not
find out.
necessary.
But I've had dudes be like, "Yo, let me see what you got on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Let
See,
me.
that's a red
Who's that?
flag right there.
Who's this dude? Who you talking to?" I've
Right.
gotten that.
And you know why? Because as they looking through there and they looking, they like, oh, this something I would have had. So let me ask about this, let me ask about that, because this is
Mm-hmm.
all the shit I got going on right now.
Right.
Believe
And
that.
and it's hidden inhibitions that they dealing with on their own that they
hmm
reflected onto you, so they
Right?
want to make sure you're not doing it to them first.
Right? Because the
Which is
guilt
Yeah.
it's
got them.
weird. It's weird and it's childish because it's like, why not just be honest? Why not just why even bother getting in a relationship if you still intend on playing these games? Because I'll be honest with you, when I got married, the iPhone got all kinds of facial recognition and passcode.
Mhm.
My wife face is on my phone. She pick up my
Mhm.
phone whenever she want. I welcome it, honestly, because I take pride in knowing that I don't have anything to hide.
Exactly.
The
But
transparency.
they don't. They want to hide. They want you to, God knows what the hell's going in their head,
Mhm.
and I don't have the time to be searching you.
Truth
I
of the
just
matter
don't.
is,
I don't got
when
it.
you see people act like this and they doing these things, I mean, yeah, but they grown up. Yeah, you're looking at somebody who's grown to an adult size. But are
Mhm.
they really grown? Nah.
Mm-mm.
Mentality wise, it's still children. You're still doing childish shit.
Mhm.
You do shit the children do. Like,
But then
Mhm.
they'll stand on the fact that they got so many different kids and this, that, and the third, and they're a father. But that doesn't make you
right.
an
That don't
adult.
make you a grown up. That don't make you an
No,
adult. Your
no, it don't.
actions make you an adult, not your size.
Right.
Mhm.
And it's funny because the insecurities, the immaturity, that's what brings on the physical abuse. That's what brings on the verbal abuse. That's what brings on the insecurities of not letting a person dress the way they want to or go out the way they want to. Because you'll see a lot of these females who, I wouldn't say they dressed provocative, but they dressed enough to where they felt themselves that they were naturally beautiful. And then they get with a guy, it's like, nah, you got to put on a sweater. Where's that blanket at? Cover yourself up. It's like, what
What?
the hell's going on
Some
here?
of them will put a trash bag over you.
Yeah,
Now,
right, right.
now some of these dudes they do wild out with it. I've seen it, but then, I mean, you'll see some dudes that you can tell they not 100% cool with it. They trying to give a little breathing room to see what she gonna do. Some people just be watching to see how you gonna act.
Mhm.
All right, you want to run out look like this. All right, let's see why. You an attention seeker? You just feeling yourself. You feel like you look good. You want to wear whatever. All right, let's see.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a 50-50 toss up at
And
times.
I feel like there's stages, and then like there's a huge stage that we haven't mentioned. You figure you got the womenizers who are interested on what they can take. And they
Mm-hmm.
don't even need to meet you in person if you're willing to give it to them. Then you got the womenizers who have verbal abuse, and then that escalates to physical abuse. And then what about the ones who are willing to actually kill you to
Mm-hmm.
get their point across?
I've had friends that have been through that, and it's not fun.
Hmm.
Those are the truly mentally unstable. Like all of this is a form of mental illness, just like we say in the beginning of the show.
Hmm.
But those are the ones who have taken the dive off of the deep end, and they
Right.
willing to kill you,
Mhm.
and they will do whatever because they're obsessed
Hmm.
with
Yeah, the obsession
whatever the
is
obsession
crazy.
is. They're projecting it on you,
Right.
so it's just not a safe situation at all.
And they'll tell you up front like you can't live without me. And they mean that in every word,
Mhm.
every aspect of the word. You trying to leave? Oh no, not today. You
The wor
today.
the
We
worst
gonna
ones
die
are the
together.
ones that actually
Mhm.
say, yeah, you can't go, because I'll kill you if you move. And the moment you hear "kill" in the sentence,
Mhm.
yeah, get the hell out,
Right.
because he's meaning it. He's
Right.
he's
Like
gonna do it for real.
I've
Mhm.
had female friends back in the day, years back, tell me that yeah, at one point they was dealing with a dude that straight grabbed them by the neck, like
Mm.
you ever try to leave me, bitch, I'll kill you. I was, can
Yeah.
you stay? Like
Right.
I'd have been out the window that night.
Right. Took a
Serious?
swan dive right out
For
the window. I
real.
gotta go. I
Like
gotta go. Well,
that's
we're gonna take a small break, play some more music. We'll be back with our special guest at the top of the hour. This is Allies of the Throne Radio. I'm Rest 100, my co-host Karnage Cashman and Miss Lena, and we'll be back. Miss Felicia. Hello.
Hey, Lovey.
How,
Hi.
how are you?
Oh my God. Oh my God. So hearing your voice and the other people, like the other cast, I'm like, oh my God, it's giving me life. I'm very nervous.
Hello.
So much.
Don't be nervous. There's another
How are
female here.
you?
You okay?
Right. You're in a comfort
Okay,
zone right
like
now.
I feel. Okay, I love your accent, Miss Lena. I guess it's the Bronx, New York, whatever.
Washington Heights. Yeah.
Okay,
Close to the Bronx.
so I feel very
Home of the
I feel very
Hayes.
comfortable now. Thank you very much. And who's
You're
the young man?
welcome. That's Mr. Karnage.
Peace and love.
Oh, Mr. Hello to you, sir, and good evening.
All is well.
Okay, good. Yes, so I'm ready.
That's good. That's good.
Good.
We just taking a little music break right now. We got the audience listening to some of the music that we got in the playlist right now. So we'll play another song after the current song, and then we'll bring you on board right after that.
Okay, and you all just ask me the questions, right? And then I just go with the flow.
Right. And, I mean, pretty much, the questions are just gonna be a tempo for you to follow. And then from those questions, you're going to go into detail of how it affected you, your personal experience. And then, we'll chime in with different questions and, how you felt about that, et cetera, et cetera.
Perfect. And if I get off track or anything, I truly appreciate you all stepping in. Okay, sister, so let's try this one. Let's go this far. Okay, I'm all about it, okay?
All right.
She sound
Thank
ready.
you all so much.
You're ready.
She's excited.
That's what's up.
And
See, this is the energy we haven't had yet.
Thank you.
I'm glad I could be the first, and I'm proud of what you all are doing, and it's a true inspiration and blessing to the music industry. So God bless, and thank you.
Absolutely.
Hey, many gratitudes. Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Let's go.
I'm going to set you back in the queue to listen
I love
to
you,
the
Rico.
music. I love you too.
Okay. I'm ready now. Okay.
I'm gonna set you back in the queue, and then we'll introduce you and bring you on the show.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah, she hype. She ain't never been on.
Yeah, I think she gonna give it to old boy. She gonna let him have it.
I've been, you know what I mean, letting her know, building her confidence because she was a little bit weary about talking about this and going through the whole, so.
It's her experience, not everybody can talk about their experience like that.
Trust me, I'm sure the
It took
weasel is
me
gonna
years.
pop up and try to say something.
It took me years to get to
Social
this point.
media.
So.
We appreciate it. As you can see, we have no problem talking about him.
No, absolutely not.
Just burn his ass again.
Right. We got another 3 minutes and 47 seconds. I just started the next song, so.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he don't want no smoke. Show what she did though. Like, yeah, sing one of them little whack ass songs so I can murder you.
The funny thing about it is that like we're gonna get into how like she tracked me down because it's funny how she tracked me down through the video that I did about him. She was like, I gotta get a hold of him. He knows something. And
yes.
Anytime anybody who gets around him and mentions my name, he turns into a ghost. Like he don't want to deal with any of that because I know too much about him.
Because we the only ones who are being fluent about it. Being open about it. Like,
he's been in your home, so of course you know a lot about him. You can't hide that.
Now when it's right in front of your face, hell no, you can't hide that.
Oh.
And that's one thing they love is to hide.
I was like, yeah, all right, I tell you what, we gonna see how long you keep that facade in front of rest when I snatch everybody away from your ass.
Yeah. He couldn't hold up too much longer. He ended up moving out, and
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, he fell back in the corner because wasn't nobody fucking with him.
Yep, pretty much. I was like, yeah, just as I suspected.
And that's the issue with holding up the lie is that it's only a matter of time until you expose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And they all do.
Hmm.
He had all them smoking mirrors. It was like, word, I'll take care of that. How about some fresh air? Air and opportunity. Now what?
Hmm. We got a minute and 40.
It's a battle of the heart, and winning the war. I'm STR8 2 times 4. That's 8. Calling me a more, giving it my all, but she want a little more. Slow down.
Yeah, so that's almost done.
Like that.
I was on my Rico Suave on that album.
I see. Ave Maria.
You nonsense.
I see. What you want to leave now? Like, I'm supposed to let you out? Shit, you got in. Handle your business.
It doesn't matter. You can do better. Girl, that's all up to you. Do what you wanna do. It doesn't matter. Oh no, you can do better. Doesn't matter. You can do better. Doesn't matter. La 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 la. It doesn't matter. La 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 la.
And we are back, the cast of Allies of the Throne Radio, Season 2, Episode 4. It's the one and only Rest 100 if you didn't already know, with my co-hosts, Karnage, Cashman, and Miss Lena. Shout out to all our listeners out there. Shout out to all our supporters. Big shout out to our sponsors, Rest100.com and Wave Runners Publishing, LLC, because without them, we wouldn't have a platform to be able to speak our minds. And I would like to give a nice warm welcome to our guest that we are going to bring onto our show. This is her very first interview, but she felt as if she needed to help others see the signs and be able to be aware of people like the people we've been describing earlier in this episode, because the only way that we're going to prevent any of this repeating itself is by exposing it, and bringing light to the darkness will always cast out negative energy at any given point. So I'd like to give a warm welcome to Sister Felicia. Sister Felicia, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
How you doing today? How was your holiday?
Thank you all.
Welcome.
Oh my God. So like today, thank you so much, beautiful people. So today is a blessed day for me. I'm very happy because I'm here with you all. So you're making it better for me today.
It's good.
And my holiday, due to the pandemic and the COVID, things are not the same, the big family gathering.
Mm-hmm.
But what's most important that my mom cooked. My mother cooked everything I wanted. And so
Really?
I ate good, had 2 meals yesterday, and I'm
That's
very
great.
happy. Cool.
That's great.
Blessings.
That's
what's
good.
most
That's
important.
good. What's your
Yes.
favorite dish this time
Yes.
of year?
Yes.
You have
This time of year, my favorite dish.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't have a favorite, but yesterday was the turkey, the dressing,
Mm-hmm.
the yams, potato salad,
Mm-hmm.
Hawaiian dinner rolls, crispy
Oh, yeah.
in the oven,
Gotta have
like
those.
all of that. Yeah, so the holiday dinner is ready. Yes,
That's
she's ready
good.
and I love it. Yes.
That's good. That's a
That's
Yeah,
great.
thank
blessing.
you. Thank
That's a
you.
blessing.
Making me hungry.
Yes.
So for our listeners, give them a little bit a background about yourself, who you are, and how you ended up being a guest on our show today.
So my name is Sister Felicia, and pretty much that's my name because I believe that all of God's creations is my brother and sisters, and I feel like we should be more loving and kind and respectful to each other to like pretty much make the best of our daily lives in this world. So I just try to give off
Agreed.
positive energy, positive vibes.
Right.
And I do personally feel like I'm one of the happiest people in the world, if not the happiest person, but like I'm top like 3.
I
Because
feel
I
that.
see no wrong in anyone. And because of that, because I see good in everyone, that's how I ended up on your show because I got into a small, minor situation. No, not even minor, a major situation, meeting someone, which is funny, on an online dating website, you all. I don't mind telling my age. I'm 39.
Hmm.
And I'm 39 years old, and I said to myself, Lena, you're a woman. I said to myself, I would never do online dating. You know, I really wanted to I wanted the man to like meet me on the street and talk to me, like Cinderella, and my shoe come off and they find me. That's what I was expecting. But due to the pandemic and COVID-19, I've been quarantining so much. I said, let me go online to a dating website and see how this goes. First time I did it was May 2020, first dating website in my whole life, adult life. And I met someone I fell in love with, and overall it became, he was an imposter, a facade, nothing was real, led me on. And then my family, my sister, cousins, they weren't feeling the situation, so they started Googling this individual, finding them on social media, et cetera, and found out they were fake, a fraud, married, everything else. Then, as they were Googling everything, we ran up on a article and a music video by a man named Mr. Rest 100,
Hmm.
speaking this song. He was rapping this song, and it was like, whatever. And he mentioned that man's name that I was supposedly dating and his phone number that I was talking to him on. I said,
He still got
Oh
the same
my God,
number.
that same
Audience.
number.
yeah, this is the same exact number. And I believe this article, I don't know how many years ago it was, but can you believe it? So I said, no, Lord, this cannot be happening. A stranger is talking about the same person I'm in love with. And then I had to stop Mr. Rest 100 because he's pretty, he's pretty quiet. Like, I couldn't get in touch with him. Like, I tried on IG, Facebook. Me and my family couldn't get in touch with him. So I found somebody else on IG that he had a picture with him on. And I found that person and said, hey, can you deliver a message to Mr. Rest 100? I saw him. I found him. And I need him to call me because I think we know someone in common. And that's why I'm here today. Rest 100 was a true blessing, a brother in my life to this day who gave me the wisdom and reality of what I was going through and made me stay focused and try to make it through this process. And here I am.
So for those of the listeners listening in, the common
That's a lot.
person that we have uh, been able to meet, me and Sister Felicia, his name is Tyler Simpson, also known as GT Shada. This is a man that I spent a good portion of my music career not only building with, but also trying to destroy him in the process because I soon had learned that he was a fraud and a facade. It wasn't on any kind of level that intimate level that Sister Felicia has experienced, but it was more on him having a common ground with me and a few of my brothers in regards to our music career. Now, for some of us, that's a truly passionate path for us because we come from nothing, and we have built everything around us. We've pretty much collected all of the positive people in our lives to surround us and help us in the pursuit of this dream and this passion of making it in the music industry. And, we were also blindsided by his lying and his deceit, claims to have connections in the music industry, claims to have been awarded different awards for X, Y to the Z milestones he has accomplished. He also claimed to have a few mansions that he was going to invite everybody from the label in retrospect to being there. Now, in the midst of us knowing him, he did up one more level as far as me as an artist. He actually introduced me to becoming the president of his company, which we later come to realize one of his exes owned the company. He didn't actually own the company, and he had listed me as the president of the company. I, for one, have never been outed any cash, but a lot of time, energy, and effort, which can correlate to physical dollars, in recording artists and A&Ring, mentoring, scouting, etc., that I was doing off of the strength of just being a good president of the company. I was never, allotted any kind of payment for that. But he did find himself finding artists. He had a very extensive find list for artists who didn't answer phones, for artists who didn't meet appointments, conferences, you name it. There was a fine associated with it. Karnage and I both witnessed an artist signing over the car note of their vehicle. We've seen people pawning jewelry to pay fines. We've seen
sneakers, everything.
everything, you
Wow.
name it. He had
Wow.
them.
Wow.
He had them going through it.
He did.
So it's
Wow.
it's almost not surprising to see that he would target women in the same aspect because he is nothing but a leech that in essence preys on people who are blindsided by glitz and glam, so to speak. You know, what now you said you met him through a social media website. What social media website did you actually meet him through?
Okay, the social media website, which was a dating website, it was called, okay, get ready to laugh. It was called Millionaire Matchmaker.
Oh
Oh,
Get it out. Get it out. No, you can
that's
Millionaire
crazy.
Matchmaker, and you can ask me. You can ask me where I got that from.
Oh man. So
wow.
so when going on
yeah. And
millionairematchmaker.com, do you have to be a millionaire to be
To
on the
be on that website?
Any proof you have to
well,
prove?
unfortunately, Mr. GT Shada, Kevin, Tyler, whatever his name is, maybe, I guess you don't. Well, Sister Felicia, enrolled and logged in on the website. So, no, you don't. Because I'm not a millionaire. I'm just
Hmm.
blessed with,
right?
saving up my money. I'm a middle-class young lady, so I
Hmm.
saved up my money. My reasoning for going on there, and I don't want you all to judge me, but Lena will understand. I just been going down the wrong path with so many men, and I was like, let me see if there'd be a millionaire who would sweep me off my feet, and I don't have to work anymore. And that's where it happened, and it went all the way wrong. Yes. And he had a mansion on his page, his pictures, had a movie theater inside his home, water fountain, stairs walking up in the middle, it's just magnificent. And I
Well,
was like,
at least we know he's a good interior designer.
You got a good idea of taste, right?
Yeah, he's got an idea of what wealth
yes,
looks like.
Got some champagne taste.
So do you feel in some
yes,
kind of way
yes.
do you feel in some kind of way that you were like catfished?
Oh my God, totally catfish. But no, but see,
Wow.
this is where we all have to.
Perfect
What we need
phrase.
to figure out is, which I can't figure out, you all. Why
Hmm.
me? Because he doesn't know me, right?
Well,
You don't know
So
I
him,
oh,
think
because
I
he's
think that
mentally
makes it
sick,
easier though.
right?
It makes
it
it
makes it mad easy for a woman like you because you're looking. You
Yeah, see,
want the love. You want the person to be there for you. So they feed off of that.
see, a
They
predator
feed
like
off
him
your
that's already
kindness.
okay,
looking for something to fall in his lap and come
yes,
looking for him, that just makes it all the more easier.
Easy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because just like he doesn't know you,
wow,
you don't know him. And even when you getting to know his character, that ain't him you getting to know.
yes.
Now on this social media site, did you reach out to him first or did he reach out to you?
Oh, he reached out to me me first, you all. He sent me the message. I'm interested. I like your profile, and I'm interested in you. If you want to talk, send me a smiley face, and we can go from there. And that's what happened.
Oh, the face
Now
was
you
real.
said you right. Now you said that you were a middle-aged woman middle-class woman who, was good at saving her
Middle
money.
class.
Right. What is your profession?
Oh, so I'm a flight attendant. I fly all over, and I've been a flight attendant for 9 years, coming up January. So that's my career. My lifestyle is traveling to different cities, countries, and embracing God's creation and meeting so many different people and cultures. Yep.
No, that was the next thing I was gonna ask you. Being a flight attendant and meeting all these different people, wouldn't you have like a step up in kind of seeing those personalities before they came to your front doorstep?
Good question.
That's a really good one. That's a good question. You kind of shut me down. So,
because I'm just listening to her.
Okay. So would you believe? Okay. So this is really why I didn't have that step up, because of my me being naive. And even when I travel the world, and we have security at different hotels and stuff because we're Americans.
Exactly.
When I meet people in other countries, I still see the best in everybody. And I'm just like a happy person. So everyone talks to me and we smiling at each other. We don't even, I talk in different languages and we just smile and say, hey. So safety is what I know, how to be safe. But manipulation is where I believe I'm naive in. I hope I answered you. I mean, yeah, like.
Do you set boundaries now that this happened to you?
Oh my God. Yes, it just happened in May 2020, and he got caught. Everything started crashing down on September the 1st. So it's only been a couple of months, so I haven't even met anyone after him. So I have many boundaries now, and I'm scared to meet someone. So yeah, I have many boundaries now. But
and you would think that you would have experienced a lot more of this before you said 39, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it took. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening. Yes.
Oh no, but yeah, but unfortunately, it took this long for you to experience somebody of that stature. Now, being that there was that kind of gray area between you and him on the social media app, do you feel like it made it easier for him to communicate with you because he didn't have to be face to face with you?
Interesting, you all. And I would appreciate your feedback as well, but maybe it is. It was my first dating app it was my first dating app.
So you were open. That's why.
Yeah. Because I'm listening to.
I can hear you.
I'm listening to her speak about her profession, and I'm just picturing what her profile probably says, and that's exactly why she got the immediate response. She's a vulture. That dude is a vulture, like flat out vulture. I mean, we could tell you some things about that man.
I mean, he literally had young females who were singers who were very talented. He made them believe that they had to perform different sexual acts in order to elevate within the business.
That's sad.
And this is all an abuse of power that he had.
More just manipulation, for the simple fact that he knew he had it over there. All of this, of course, he wouldn't do in front of us. We found out about it later. But it just go to show the character.
Yes, and I also, I don't know if this is probably one of your questions down the line, but I do want to acknowledge on that profile, on my personal profile, for the first time, Millionaire Matchmaker, I never put my career. Okay, I never put my career status because some people I didn't want men, right, you all. That's why this is freaking me out, okay? I gave him no idea that I know I'm somebody and I know I'm a star, but I didn't put it out there to this website. So I never put out as a flight attendant. My career was blank because I don't want people to look at me a certain type of way, like she might have money or they want to fly on my passes for free.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't put flight attendant, and basically I just had pictures, and I talked about God, and I want the fairy tale, Cinderella fairy tale, and maybe God and the word God and the word Cinderella fairy tale maybe helped him know that I was kind of too nice. You know what I'm saying? I guess you all, because that's what got him. He never knew.
Yeah, because now the biggest thing is coming through to women through spirituality.
Nah, he's like fairy tale, this, that, and the third. His whole life is a fairy tale. There went the opportunity right there. Jumped right on it.
But you also have to understand that you don't really have to put out too much. I mean, we're talking about a guy who walks around with an EBT card.
Facts. Wears the same white suit every other day.
You know, his jewelry, if he lifts his dreads, it's green crust all around the back of his neck. So at the end of the day, it's not like we talking about a man with any kind of
Anything.
integrity or
even the boy
nothing.
accent straight thick.
And he won't even use he won't even use that accent unless he's in a public environment.
Yeah, he knows better than that. He switches up real quick.
And I want you, as a woman, as a woman that's been abused this way, myself, I just want you to know, not every man is that. You can see it with my brothers right here. There are men out there that are willing to meet a person like you. You know, you just have to set the boundaries and know the red flags and listen to those red flags so you can stop people like this.
Right. Now, did this relationship ever go to the next level to where you left the social media platform and started meeting with him?
Yes, it did. It went to the next level. Yes. The next level was the social media on, I give you the date, May the 9th. May the 9th was the day we met, and then the next holiday that was coming up was Memorial Day, and that's when he said he wanted to come visit me physically, face-to-face. Due to the pandemic and the COVID-19, I felt like, nah, let's just hold off a little bit because we both need to be safe in our lifestyle. He was like, I feel you. I love you, Felicia. You're it for me. You're my future. And because I was looking for that love, and, commitment and trust factor, I talked to my mother, and she's my everything. My mother is my guide, my wisdom outside of God, And so I told my mom I met this man. He wants to come visit me in Kansas. I know it's a pandemic. How do you feel? Because, we need to be safe in our home as well. And she said, it's not the safest, smartest thing to do right now, but let me speak to him. Will he speak to me and introduce himself, and let's see what happens. He has the audacity.
He charms your moms.
God is good, honey. He video chatted with my mother, you all, and that was it right there. I mean, after everything came,
Oh yeah, he got serious.
When you disrespect so we're taking this to a whole new level in my life now. So I'm like so fired up right now. But he took the time to video chat with my mother and say, hi, can I come visit Felicia? I would love to. She's a beautiful young lady. God is good. And Felicia told me that, you all are very spiritual, your husband and you. And I just want to let you know I'm coming here in good intentions. And I respect however you want to go about this. And my mother said, I don't trust you. I don't know you. But if Felicia's okay with it, I guess, for what it is. But you have to prove to me that you're good enough for my daughter. And that's what she said, face-to-face with him on video chat. And he still disrespected her because he disrespected me. Yes. So he did come and visit me, you all, for Memorial Day. We met on May 9th.
Did he actually pay for his own way to get to you? Or was he using using a free pass.
Hey, here you go. You ready for this? So when a man tells me, I'll be there in 2-3 days. Just tell me what day will work for you, and I got this. I mean, to me, Lena, that means that you're doing something with your life, so you could drop $300. A plane ticket is minimum $300 within a 2-3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Looking.
I mean, you on millionairematchmaker.com, so you should be balling some kind of way.
So why would I question?
That should be like $30.
You heard me? Right to him, right? But he did. Well, make a long story short, after he came and visited me and the walls come crashing down and I found out who he really was, I found out that he's married with 2 girls. And his wife is a flight attendant with American Airlines. So he was flying on his wife's companion husband buddy pass, y'all. He didn't pay for the ticket.
That's what he used.
Another woman, y'all. Point blank, period. What do you tell me?
Oh my God.
So it's easy to give the appearance that he can move across the country, and he's got it like that to make him move whenever he wants to, because he's got a wife who's a flight attendant. Interesting.
Yes. So that answers that question. When the walls start crumbling down, I met his wife. I talked to her, and she's a flight attendant. So he was seeing women in different area codes and using them like he used me, and the music industry like Brother Rico. He hopping on planes. Rex 100. Sorry, he hopping on planes, building his clientele of getting over on people because his wife is a flight attendant. Boom.
Now,
and
she knows all this, and she's still with this man.
She owns the company.
I talked to her, and right now we're cordial, and she's not with him anymore. He left with a new woman, his new woman.
Okay.
I know where they live and everything. He's with a new woman. Yeah. Yeah. When my family jumped in,
said,
and
I know
I
where
told
they
him,
live.
when my sister cousins jumped in, and I didn't want to believe it, you all. And then when I met Rex 100, when I tracked him down and stopped him, and he gave me an hour of his life, and I text this man and said, I texted him and called me ASAP, Mr. Kevin or Tyler GT Shada. He called me. I said, so I just had a long conversation with a Mr. Rex 100. Do you know of him? And I can't recall. It's someone who did business.
I can't recall.
I had that conversation.
I don't know. But what are you asking me that for, Felicia? And then he twisted it on my mind because he lost both of his parents, died, and within a month. His mom died, his dad died. So he pulled the sympathy card. Felicia, don't ask me about nobody else. I'm dealing with I'm mourning right now. So I don't want to hear about nobody else but me and you. I said, okay, and that was it.
Let me reel it back a little bit. So we went from a social media relationship to an actual physical meeting. Did the relationship ever get intimate between you and him?
Yeah, I'll keep it real. Not unfortunately, you all. My family were very private. My stepfather's associate minister, so I got to be, responsible,
careful,
and mature in the things that I say on this radio. But you all, Rex has blessed me with his wisdom to sometimes you just got to go an extra mile out of your comfort zone to help someone else and to help myself get over this situation. So I do feel comfortable telling you all, because he blessed me to come and say it's okay to go a little bit, because I don't want another woman or another man to run into these
fall,
right?
And I want you to, And so basically, I'll be honest. So to all the listeners, it went intimate. Okay. It was.
And this is how far that somebody who can portray something that you believe to be true can lead you to give the most prized possessions of your life away.
This is what he does, though.
Prized possession, and you said it, prized possession, and that is a prized possession for us women, right, Lena? So I was like, I think he's the one. He's the one. So let me put my guard down and do something I wouldn't really do in real.
I'm proud of you.
First time.
I'm proud of you because it's, as a woman, it's the hardest thing to actually admit that you were taken for a ride. you
Mm,
know, and when you give yourself to someone, especially when you're a person that's not out there sleeping with every guy, you're giving yourself your soul to this
mm-hmm.
person. And they don't realize when they do stuff like this, they burn your soul. They
Right.
hurt you to the core. So
Yes.
you're embarrassed to tell your family. You'll be embarrassed to tell your friends and embarrassed to tell the world that
Yes.
this person did this to you. So yeah, that's why I'm here to tell you I'm proud of you. Don't be embarrassed.
Oh, oh my God. I don't know what this, because that's what I'm going through. For you to say
Mm-hmm.
this, of course, my sisters, they've all supported me. The rest 100 as a man, because I haven't told the other men in my life. I haven't told my brothers. I have not told my uncles and cousins, because it will go all the
Oh,
way
they
left.
will kill you.
It will go totally bad.
Yes.
Point blank, period.
Tell them.
But thank God the rest was blessed in my life, and I met Mr. Buddha Monk. They calmed me down to say it's okay not to be embarrassed. And of course, my sisters support me and don't judge me. They say you just need to learn something from it, Felicia. And
Right.
okay, so
Right.
yes, ma'am. Thank
It's
you
a
The
for
only
sharing.
lesson.
time the only time embarrassment is warranted is if you don't learn a lesson from it.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, and
So take the lesson.
Okay.
this has to be your outing. This has to be your recognition of how valuable you are as a spiritual person, as a human being, and how not to take for granted what you have to offer, whether it's not being in the millionaire club or the mile high club or whatever club that you want to feel like you should be a part of. You still have value, as you can see, to the lowest of the low. Somebody's going to find a good use to them for what you
Mhm.
have to offer.
Exactly.
I
Definitely take the
appreciate that.
lesson in
And
stride, sister.
yes, and that's, thank you so much, brother. That's what everybody's saying. And so I will, maturely day by day and being responsible, taking in the lesson, and learning not to, watching the red flags that I saw and just be more, go with my gut and not my heart. That's what my sister
Mm-hmm.
said, because your heart is what's more vulnerable. Is that right, Lena? Plus, our hearts are more vulnerable.
Hmm.
But my
Mm-hmm.
gut is real. Your
Your
gut
Right.
will give you
intuition
butterflies. Your
at
gut
all
say,
times.
I'm questioning. And yeah, I went the other way. I went with the heart. Yeah. So yes, thank you. I learned something from this. And man, I tell you, the next man to try to talk to me, it's just gonna be really hard.
we're gonna
As it
take
should
a
be.
we're gonna take a short break real quick, and then we're gonna be back with more questions for Sister Felicia. This is Allies of the Throne Radio. We'll be back.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Yeah, that was great. That
Yeah,
was
doing.
great.
She's doing. You're doing good. You're doing
Doing real
good
good. Doing real good.
Hey
for your
y'all,
first for
thank
your
you for
first
letting me
Hey.
interview.
talk.
For your first interview, you're doing very well.
She's coming off extremely
Okay,
natural
so
for a first interview. Like,
Because a lot of people sound doctored up. They sound like they sound a little jaded. Like they don't want to really tell exactly the details of a situation.
mhm.
But it's good that you're okay with saying what you're saying about it, because again, like I said, it's important for you to realize, and not only realize but understand,
Mhm.
you as a person, you're a different walk of life. You're a different perspective of life. You're in a
yes.
different part of the world that this man has probably never been in,
Mhm.
never seen, and you have something that he wants. Whether it's
Mm-hmm.
insignificant to you, it may be major to him.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
I don't want to say, not to be guarded, but
But you
don't
have to.
you have to
Really
be,
have to.
but you also have to
Okay.
give everything time.
Hmm.
Anything that comes quickly is going to leave just as fast.
Right.
And if they see value
Wow.
in you, they're going to wait it out
Mhm.
Right.
until
Mm-hmm.
you're comfortable.
And the only way they really gonna see value is to take the time. So
Mhm.
don't rush into nothing.
Be
Yes.
friends first.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
Yes.
be friends first. You're not comfortable. You don't want to sleep with that person. You tell them, I'm not comfortable. I'm not gonna take it there. And
Mm.
if they keep pushing to want to sleep with you, you just tell them, you know what? This ain't gonna work out. You gotta
Right.
go.
There should be no pushing involved.
And because they
Wow.
do take it that way, and I've been there. I'm 50, by the way. You still
Oh
got a
my
lot of going.
Yeah,
No, you look great online.
fairly
Girl. You
young.
look
Thank
look
you.
like you look 35. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
I've been through
Okay.
it with my husband. I've been
Yes.
through it with boyfriends.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm telling you from experience,
Mm-hmm.
have your
Yes,
boundaries.
ma'am.
Look at your red
Okay.
flags, and if you do the pros and cons of that date.
Right.
Afterwards,
Okay.
because in front of him
Yes.
you Google that because you're like, oh, okay, this is going well. I'm in love now.
Hmm.
Don't show that.
Yes.
you
Yes.
you go home and you do your
Okay.
pros and cons, and the
Right.
next time you lay out the law, what you want, what do you see yourself. Don't be shy. I tell this to all my friends. Don't be shy. Tell them what you
Mm-hmm.
want down the line.
Okay.
And if you see that it's not showing up, it's not, there's no actions to it, get out.
Yes.
Hmm.
Keep it moving. There's somebody else
Okay.
behind. Like my mom always said, there's another bus waiting
Right.
Mm-hmm.
right
Time.
behind
Amen.
it.
Every
Yes, ma'am.
15 to 30 minutes.
There's another bus.
Every
Okay.
15 to 30 minutes. Thank you
you
so.
know, they're not
Thank
the
you so
end
much.
all
That means
be all.
At
That's
all.
that's that's what a lot of people make mistakes is. They think
yes.
this is the one. No,
Hmm.
you haven't gotten to the core of the relationship to know that that's the one.
Right.
Right.
I
And you'll
mean,
know, you'll know for
Amen.
sure which one is the one. Like
Mhm.
Brenda's pointed out some good red flags early in the show. I don't know if you was able to catch it, but she said when they become needy, that's an instant red flag. Because
Mhm.
as a man, you should be able to
Uh-huh.
provide
you
for
should
your
be
own.
self-sufficient.
And
You
that's
shouldn't
not to
be.
Men.
say that men don't ask for help. But
Right.
when every
Yeah.
5 seconds it's
Okay.
like, hey, I
But,
need this, or hey, can you got
or
this? Or
most importantly,
Yeah.
like in the middle of courting, that's not a good look, player.
right.
No, because the man is
That
the
means you ain't
provider.
ready. Right. So you
Mhm.
may not be ready to be courting.
Right. If you're that hurt, you shouldn't be out here soliciting females and trying to get into a relationship.
Right. Because you're not ready for one. You ain't even got the groundwork laid.
Hmm.
And that's
That's
the
where the
And the,
facade
the
comes
And
from.
every.
that's
Mhm.
the sad part about it. After the fact, the girl
Uh-huh.
feels jaded. The girl feels like she was stripped away from her power. Don't ever give
Yes.
somebody your power away.
Right.
That
Hmm.
that's not gonna happen.
Only thing anybody could take from you that you can't get back is time.
Yeah.
That's why it's a lesson.
Some lessons are harder than others.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm so blessed. I'm not gonna cry on the air, but I'm getting y'all. Y'all don't even. Y'all don't
That's
even
what
know.
we're here for.
Care enough.
No, it's
You
what we
care
do.
enough. Y'all care enough to give me wisdom, and I need it, and I appreciate it. I'm not perfect, you all, and I have made a
Right.
lot of mistakes in my life.
Who
But
is? We all got flaws. We all have the same flaws. We all human, and we're living the human experience. You have to have joy in your life. And
Hmm.
that's one thing I'm
yes.
always going to tell people. Don't let no one take your
Okay.
light.
Hmm.
Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we got like a little bit less than 30 seconds, so we're gonna get back
Hmm.
on here in a moment.
All right.
With no lie, they gon' play this shit from coast to coast in no time. Keep your mind on the money and worry about your shit. If you ain't bought the album, hop off all day. Real shit, true shit, keep it rest 100. You ain't really about that life, fuck boy, stop frontin'. What's beef when it comes to a keyboard gangster? Slap the shit out you, show you how I thank ya. Black Jesus on the beat, hear my words, bring the street. Fuck false prophets, cause my niggas only need to eat. My niggas only need to eat. I was destined to come. I was destined to come. I was destined to come.
You are tuning in live to Allies of the Throne Radio, Season 2, Episode 4. We are here with our special guest, Sister Felicia. And like I said, this is the infamous Rest
Hey.
One Double O. If you didn't already know, my co-host Karnage, Cashman, and Miss Lena on
Heyo.
the twos. And uh, we want to continue to help our
Our
special guest here,
sister.
our sister Felicia, help her get through this patch in the road. We're not even gonna consider it something that's gonna hold her down. This is
Nah,
a learning curve. This is something that she's
It's
gonna
just
be
a
able
bump.
to. That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
It's like
It's
you
just a
meet
little
bumps in.
bump.
It's
It's
just
a
like you
it's a
meet
small
bumps in the
speed.
road. You meet bums in life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you should have stepped
Yes.
over them. It is what it is. At least now you know what they look like. They got all different looks.
hmm And
Yes.
and even
I
even
agree.
even this far down the road, you would never imagine that somebody could be mentally that immature to still be just catfishing people, baiting them in with the glitz and glam of having things that they don't have. And how does it make you feel to know that it's gone as far as it has, knowing that he is a married man and that you do have a family that has a background in the church?
So you're asking how does that make me feel when all of it came to life that
Right,
he's married,
Right.
has
right.
kids, and I have grown ups, in a not in, I don't like to use the word church, but just grown up with a spiritual background.
hmm
And how does it make me feel? It I mean, it just really, I mean, for sure it hurts me and burdens my soul because I should know better. And I have been given all the wisdom from my mother, aunties, grandmas, friends, family, sisters. So, because I knew better.
hmm
Mhm.
But it hurts because of my spiritual relationship with God. But I ask God right now, honestly speaking, and I know this is gonna sound bad, but I'm it's my flesh talking. I forgive the individual who took everything from me right now, Mr. Kevin, Tyler Lee Simpson, G.T. Shada. I forgive him for what he's done because God says you have to forgive your brothers and sisters. I'm
Indeed.
struggling with forgiving myself. I'm
Mm,
struggling with, I'm beating Felicia up, right, every day.
mm-mm.
I'm
Don't do
mad.
Mm.
that.
I'm mad at
See,
myself for
you
doing,
gotta
yeah,
forgive
that's the
yourself
problem because I
first.
knew better. I
You know,
saw the flags and I couldn't stop.
but
So
you know
I'm
the
mad at
issue.
myself.
Do you know what
I
the
didn't
issue
know
with
my
you
own
being mad at
story.
yourself?
You gotta forgive yourself first.
Do you know the issue that comes out of you being mad at yourself for what has gone on, what transpired? You are altering the person that you have described initially, that you're the happy, smiling, welcoming
Mhm.
person. You can go to a different country. Just imagine if you continue to walk around with this luggage, although you're verbally saying that you forgave him, you're still hindering your maximum potential of potentially meeting Mr. Right because of the luggage you're carrying around, because of the lashes you're giving yourself in retrospect to making this quote unquote mistake. Nobody's saying that you can't make mistakes. What we're saying is if you make a mistake, if you know the fire was hot, don't touch the goddamn stove again.
Right?
Okay.
I
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
You
And
honestly,
can't.
Yes.
listen to the words that you
You're right.
tell yourself. Like, take the time and do your self-love journey. Because I don't know if you noticed, 2020, a lot of women are doing self-love.
Mm.
And it's
Yes.
you, because you're
Yes,
always
ma'am.
the giver. You never receive. There's always takers around you because you're
Yes.
giving too
Yes.
much. Now it's time for you
Oh
to
my
give
God.
to
Yes.
yourself. You
hmm
have to start
right,
with you. Nobody else, whether it's family, friends, lovers, partners, whoever. Start with you first.
And
right.
by
And
That
punishing
that's
yourself, you're not going to allow
you're not
yourself to
gonna
give to yourself.
and and then the
right,
thing is, the more you punish yourself, guess what's gonna happen? There's gonna be another lover that comes the same way he did in a different body, a different energy,
hmm,
in a different way to come after you because you still haven't learned the lesson.
right. And the whole thing about it is I mean, to say you forgive him before you forgive yourself is almost impossible. And as a woman with a spiritual background, even you know that. You gotta I mean, you can't love somebody until you love yourself.
Yourself.
If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody. So if you don't forgive yourself first,
Amen.
how you gonna forgive that man?
Exactly. And they just keep
Wow.
coming, and until
That was
you
deep.
learn
Thank
that
you.
lesson, they'll keep coming at you. So
Yes.
that's why I'm telling you, set your boundaries, know your pros and cons, and work on you before you start looking, because that way you can decipher through these, you can sift through these people and be like, oh no, you're not even worthy of my energy, you know. You
Amen.
can keep it moving,
Yes, ma'am.
but
If you
always be
could,
kind to yourself.
if you can give 5 warning signs to another female who might meet a Tyler, Kevin, GT Shada person, what would you tell them?
Who, me or
5
her?
signs. Um,
Yeah.
Sister, you talking to me, right, Ray?
Yeah, yeah, I'm talking to you.
You.
Okay, sorry. Okay. 5 signs of red. Well, we got to thank you. 5 signs of red flags. You would. I'm going to start looking for or be observant of in another woman or a man who gets deceived by a woman. May I say? Let's say. How do we say? Let's see where we go with. Not being able to see you physically on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's COVID, you should be able to FaceTime, video chat on apps on a regular basis. If you're not, that's a sign, okay? Because I got caught up with that with him. Yep. You should be able to see this individual every single day. Because if we were face to face with, he said, don't throw the pandemic. He was so smart to throw the pandemic COVID up to where he couldn't see me all the time. So if you should be able to see you on video chat, but he threw a wrench in that too. So you got to make sure you see this individual on a regular basis, and I mean every day or every other day. Simple. Number 2, okay, they say they have the mansion and the house. I mean, all that. Let's take a tour of your house. Let's video chat and talk to them.
That's a great one.
Yes. There you go.
Yes, if they can't video chat with you sitting in their movie theater or their kitchen, that's another risk. Number 3, they have all these businesses, correct? Yes, they're successfully financially able. Well, let's see here. So, no, that's kind of because he sent me the links of his websites and everything, so that didn't work.
Now he does have websites showing that he is the owner of a 501c3 company, nonprofit organization, which he is not actually the owner. That was actually another female that I personally know that owns that company, who has since had that company expunged, and he's still been parading around collecting donations, which he'll be meeting with the Alphabet Boys soon about that situation.
Yes, he will.
And that was my first donation. What turned me on with him on the website that he's a nonprofit, or he's with a nonprofit organization and giving back to kids and women in shelters. You all, of course, I'm going to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well. In his sadistic mind, you were giving back to kids. His
Yes.
His kids. His kids needed that help. Believe it.
in shelters were the ones that he's got caged up, mind believing that he's the only one.
Unbelievable.
LOL. And you show right about that. You show right. And that's what I did. So I supported his kids that the other ones he don't even talk to. So number 3, yes, how about this? If you see they say they have this career, this job, we're going to call the numbers. Google the job and the career and call the numbers, because I didn't do that neither. There you go. That's
wow.
Yeah, he be pulling that Tommy from Martin shit on the regular.
Yes. Yeah. Number 4, go on social media pages. Investigate. If you can't do it yourself, because I'm not on social media. I only have Instagram. I choose not to be on social media.
Yeah.
And I'm really not on Instagram. So if you can't do it, find your family or best friends to do it. Go on social media, because guess what? Social media is a lifesaver. If my sister cousins never went on social media, I never would have known about his wife in the pictures, okay? Never would have known about that. Because his personal social media, guess what, only got him on it. He's so controlling. He told his wife, don't put me on my social media. He's that intelligent. Yeah. So number 4, check social media, Google white pages, yellow pages, find the person and look at the picture. Pictures speak volumes. Yes.
Yes, they do.
All right. Number 5. I don't know how to say this one. This is the hardest one. If someone comes to you and tell you someone has passed away, died, God has called them home. People like myself and the radio host on here now, I know none of the 4 of us would ever question someone if you told me your dad, your mom, your brother, your child or sister died. We'll say,
because you don't want to wish that upon anybody.
Flowers and a card. You never do that. You never question somebody's death. That's not normal. Guess what? Sister Felicia had to run into that situation, so I think everyone needs to start questioning death, because he said his mom and dad died, and they never died. They're still alive, walking and talking, and I gave money to the funeral. So, unfortunately...
Don't feel bad. That happened to me. That happened to me, too. He told me his mama was dead, and no, she was not.
I will say this on that. When it comes to something of that nature, what you might want to do is take a good look at the character of the individual that's telling you this. Then you might want to check the obituaries right afterwards.
I made the mistake not to check the obituary, but I figured it out.
I think a huge one. I think a huge one, especially being spiritual people, that we shouldn't allow the materialistic things of this world blindside us and overseeing what we're naturally capable of seeing. And what I mean by that is that we tend to ignore our intuition, our sixth sense, our higher presences when we're baited by things that are materialistic. Me and my brother had this same experience. You know, it was the notion of success that we blindly ran into this, and head first we wanted to give it everything that we got, because we truly believed that we had a shot at making something of ourselves, and that led to nothing but a slow bleeding.
Well, the thing of it is, the way I look at it, the reason why I don't get caught up in these things is because I try to look at it like this. Like, material things, money, paper money, all of this other stuff. All of the stuff everybody like to chase after, chasing the bag, chasing the bad broad. These are all things that at one point are going to pass away. So to be caught up into this when you should be focused on what doesn't pass away.
See,
things
with me, I now value what I got. I don't go looking what I don't have. What I have right now means millions to me. And I lost family members, and right now their lives mean thousands to me than anything I can buy.
Right. Absolutely. And those are things that money can't buy. And you got to think about that, because we're talking about a lonely soul right now who couldn't say he had one friend in the world, because he's such a jaded individual.
And if he did, trust there's a knife in their back.
Yeah. And he's so driven by materialistic things that he's even willing to, you know, do things outside of his marriage, something that should be held sacred. He's willing to lie to people's faces and tell them about deaths and people passing in his family who should be close to him, but he has such a disconnect with them that he would wish on their own death.
Sad,
selfish individual. Deeply endowed in his lower self.
So we know that you have found yourself uh, doing a lot more than the average person. Were there any action on your behalf taken as far as um, law enforcement is concerned? Sister Felicia, are you there? I think we
Sorry,
might
you
have.
guys, I had you on. I'm here. Welcome.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
here we go.
Well, I thought we
Yes.
lost you.
No, I was saying.
I did contact.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I did contact law enforcement since I have not let my family know. Like you all have blessed me to say, don't be ashamed. Okay, so I let part of my family know. I didn't let the men know in the family.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I went to law enforcement. So this is something for women and men to know if you're getting used or hope, like this should change in the law system. I know where he lives, the exact address, and I called that. I went to that law enforcement district. They said they have no proof of this individual living there for 3 months. You have to live in a place for 3 months for them to do a warrant or let me take you in and talk about this story.
Mhm.
So due to that, I went to this new city he lives in, and I went to the city his wife lives in. So I filed 2 police reports, and both of them were denied. Both of them were denied. I'm sorry, there's nothing else we can do for you, ma'am, because we have no proof that this gentleman lives in these homes. So we can't go after him. So
And
that's it.
nothing in his
So
name.
now it's nothing that can be done. It's done. I lost everything, and there's nothing that can be done law enforcement-wise because they said they have no proof of him living in those 2 homes. They went to the girlfriend he lives with now, and she was smart enough to say he doesn't live here. He just comes to visit me once a month. And that's what her answer was to the police. And the wife said he's moved out of here, but they said that still don't count because the other lady said it's just, yeah. So yes, 2 law enforcement, 2 cities. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Nothing can be
Master
done.
swindler.
So it's done.
Right.
Everything's gone. Everything's
Right.
gone. And that's a problem with the judicial. Yeah, that's not fair to the people that who like get used like us financially.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that person should go automatically to jail because I got the proof of the receipt. But,
Right.
so yeah.
Well,
Yep, that's it.
we do
So thanks.
appreciate your bravery. We do appreciate your bravery and being willing to come here and express all of that.
Indeed.
Um, we're gonna keep you in our prayers for sure. And you can
Definitely.
hit me up whenever you need somebody to talk positivity in your life or give you a stern talking about looking forward instead of looking behind us. I have no problem
Mm-hmm.
doing that. But
Amen.
we appreciate you coming on the show today. That's pretty much our time, and we thank you again. Like I said, it's hard to do something like that, but we do
Yes.
appreciate.
You're amazing.
Thank you very much for your bravery. Our listeners appreciate it as
Thank
well.
you all so much.
Gratitude.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart to the host and the listeners. Thank you all very much. And I want to say to the woman on the host, of course, women, we bond, we understand each other, we support each other, and that's what you did for me. But I want to give props to the men on here, the host. Thank
Definitely.
you all for being realistic and respectful to myself and your
Right.
co-host. Just say, I hear you, I'm listening to you. That's not right. And
Right.
that's what we need more of as well. So
Absolutely.
Yep.
God bless you all. Thank you, men. Thank you, beautiful. And thank you, listeners.
All righty. You have a wonderful night, Sister Felicia.
Indeed.
Okay, you too, brother and sister.
All
Brother.
right.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Well, folks, as much as we hate to say goodbye, we are coming to the end of the segment here. Tune in next Wednesday as we have Dungeon Master as a special guest from the
Woohoo.
Dirty Klansman.
Big bruh.
And we will be tuned in live and direct. Again, this is Allies of the Throne Radio. Peace and love. Shout out to everybody who checked us out tonight. Shout out to my co-host, Karnage Cashman, Miss Lena. I'm the infamous Rest One Double O. If you didn't already know, peace.
Peace.
Peace and love.
Good show, folks.
Very good show. I like very much. I like this one.
We getting to the bottom line out here, goddammit.
Yeah, we are.
Seriously.
Get to the bottom line. All right. Well, let me get all this video and everything caught up, and I will holler at you guys tomorrow morning.
Alrighty.
All right. Love you guys.
Time to fuck up the fridge. Peace and love, y'all.
Just talk to the
I'm hitting
cat.
the fridge too.